Hello and welcome to the ChatGPT for Beginners course. I thought I would give you a short introduction. What is ChatGPT? What features are there? What can you do with ChatGPT? Just so you have a better understanding of also of the content that we are going to cover in this course. So, what is ChatGPT? It is important to understand ChatGPT as an AI chatbot. It was developed by the company OpenAI. You've certainly heard about OpenAI. You've heard of ChatGPT. It's a company based in California. It was founded by, among other people, by Elon Musk. And the goal of this company is to develop artificial intelligence that serves humanity. ChatGPT itself is an AI chatbot, which is based on a large language model, or also called LLM. There are two different LLMs or version of an LLM that ChatGPT is currently using, which is GPT 3.5 for free users, and GPT 4, which only ChatGPT Plus users have access to. GPT 4 is, of course, the bigger model. It has also better ability to express itself in language, and it also has more knowledge just because it is based on a larger amount of parameters or more information in these models. The purpose of ChatGPT is that it is designed to understand and generate human-like text. So the goal is that you can ask ChatGPT anything and that it can give you an answer that is not only informative, but also clearly and easily understandable, because you can have the conversation with ChatGPT just like you can have with another human being. How does ChatGPT work? So again, ChatGPT itself is the chatbot. GPT 3.5 and GPT 4 are the AI models on which the tool is based. ChatGPT works through an extensive training process. So basically, GPT 4 has been trained upon around 40% of all the written English content on the internet. And in addition, on many articles and newspapers and magazines and books that were also fed into this enormous model. Then machine learning is used to analyze and learn from this incredible amount of data. And to put it simply, machine learning looks at the patterns within this text or within this data, and it tries to understand how the information is linked and connected to each other. But it also is looking at how is the language itself connected to each other, how are words, how are syllables connected to each other. And for this, there are very complex mathematical and statistical functions that are being used. And it's kind of all based on frequency and probability. So what GPT-4 really does is that it doesn't have a brain of its own. What it really does is to basically, given everything it has learned and given what you are asking of it, it is always trying to predict what is the most likely word. What is the most likely next word in a sentence? And that's how it puts sentences, paragraphs, and entire outputs together. And because this model has been fed on so much data, and because it is based on such powerful computing power, it can give such precise answers that really make us think that we're basically talking to artificial intelligence, like that has a brain of its own. But it doesn't. It just has an incredible amount of data and very precise ability to tell how things are connected. Continued learning is an unimportant principle. So GPT-4, GPT 3.5, all these models are continuously trained in order to become even more precise, to become more knowledgeable, so that we will get even more accurate and better answers. Okay, so that is all nice and good, but of course, you are a user, and what you really want to know is how can you use ChatGPT to get quick answers and to get perfect answers to something you want to learn, or maybe you want to have a text, an email, a landing page, an entire article written, maybe you want to analyze data. As a user, you simply go to the ChatGPT website, you have a window, and you can input text, you can input information. And this we call, and that is an important term that you need to keep in mind in the context of AI and AI models, we always talk about the prompt. The prompt is what we enter into an AI tool, into an AI model in order to get an output. So you either prompt, then you hit the enter button, and then you will receive an output or an answer. And that question can be anything. Maybe you're just giving ChatGPT a command. You can also just write a sentence and don't finish it and wait for ChatGPT to finish it. You can describe a problem that you need an answer to. You can even upload an image and have that image analyzed or use that image as an input for something ChatGPT should output you. However, images can only be used if you have a ChatGPT Plus subscription. Quality of output depends heavily on the prompt's clarity. Okay, so we will talk in a separate video also about prompts, but it's really important that you know um, the quality of your output depends strongly on the clarity and the quality of your prompt. So ChatGPT can only tell you something precise and correct if you're asking something very specific. Prompt engineering is another important term that you want to keep in mind. Prompt engineering is roughly the art of writing the best prompts to get the perfect outputs. So the better your prompt, the better your output. And the question of how should you put together a prompt is the question of prompt engineering. Maybe you've heard about prompt engineering and that people, prompt engineers, can earn $200,000 or $300,000 a year and stuff, and all of that is true. But that's much more complex topic of prompt engineering. If you're just a ChatGPT user, or for the sake of this course, we want to keep in mind prompt engineering is basically asking ourselves, how should my prompt look so that I get the output that I want? All right, ChatGPT is both text and image. Originally, ChatGPT was a text-to-text generative AI model, so you would enter a text as a prompt and you would get a text output. However, with the integration of DALL-E 3, which is a text-to-image model, in October and November 2023, ChatGPT Plus users can now also input text and get an image, or you can input an image and get an image output, or you can input an image and you can get text as an output, which is basically a way of saying you can have an image analyzed or receive an answer based on an image. Like you can make a picture of your living room and ask ChatGPT for desired recommendation, something we're going to be looking at in this course. Use cases for ChatGPT. What can you use ChatGPT for? Obviously, there is an endless amount of use cases, but really powerful ones are content generation. So any type of content, whether you're writing emails, landing pages, blog articles, ads, headlines, social media posts, all of this ChatGPT can write for you if you give it the right information. ChatGPT is a great tool in education, right? Whether you are maybe researching something scientific that you want to write about, you can research sources. You can research information. You can have information structured. But also, maybe for yourself or even for your kids, you can have exercises solved. So you enter the exercise, you describe the exercise, and you can get the answer. Or you can also have concepts explained in the level of a 10-year-old, the level of a 14-year-old. ChatGPT is amazing for stuff like this. Image generation. If you want to create images, lowest designs, tell that to ChatGPT. It must be ChatGPT Class account, and you can get that as an output. It's great for productivity, right? You can just upload text and say ChatGPT that it should format the text for you, that it should make it write paragraphs, that it should mark the important words as bold or italics and that kind of stuff. You can analyze entire spreadsheets or data using the Chord Interpreter tool, again, just for ChatGPT Plus users. But There is an endless amount of exciting use cases for ChatGPT, which is also the reason why it is such a big deal and has become so popular. Let's discuss about additional ChatGPT capabilities. Those are all capabilities that are available to ChatGPT Plus users. If you pay $20 a month, which is currently the price in early 2024, you can have access to all of these amazing tools. And for the sake of this course and generally, I really recommend you, if you can spare those $20, invest in it to ChatGPT Plus. $20 a month. Will get so much more utility out of this tool. You can save you so much time, or maybe you can also make you so much money depending on your mode of employment and stuff. But you will be so much more productive. You will have so much more energy because there's stuff you just don't have to waste your energy on anymore. All right, browse with Bing. You can use ChatGPT to browse the live internet. Often people say, oh, but ChatGPT does not know everything, right? Its knowledge is limited. Well, anybody's knowledge is limited, but ChatGPT can access the live web. So if you really need up-to-date information, you can just tell ChatGPT to browse the internet and find the right sources, and it will do that. Again, you can generate images or you can analyze images, both with ChatGPT. So you can generate images for your next blog post, for social media posts, or even book covers, like I have done. You can, like I said, you can take a picture of anything and ask ChatGPT to analyze it. You can take a picture of your house and ask it for design recommendations. If you're a programmer or if you have a lot of data to analyze, you can use the code interpreter. So you can run code to analyze data. You can upload a spreadsheet and have it analyzed for you and ask ChatGPT for its insights. Now, with the launch of the GPT store in January 2024, you can launch your own custom GPTs that are really good at very specific tasks. Or maybe if you use ChatGPT again and again for the same thing, it makes sense to create your own custom GPT so you don't always have to prompt it the same way. You can just use it right away. Also, with the ChatGPT app, you can use voice command. So either you can just have a spoken conversation with ChatGPT, you speak in your normal tone of voice, and ChatGPT will answer you just like if it was there with you in the room. Or you can also use voice command or voice input to speak your prompts on the mobile app, and you can record 3 minutes, and all of that will be transcribed for you. So even if you just want to have a tool that does a transcription for you, ChatGPT will do that for you right away. Those are all amazing capabilities, and ChatGPT is amazing at them. All right, one more thing. I want to compare the difference between ChatGPT and ChatGPT Plus. And here is really why I recommend you to get ChatGPT Plus and pay the $20 a month. ChatGPT Free is amazing, and you can do so many amazing things. If you've never used ChatGPT before, you will be amazed. You can use the ChatGPT 3.5 model. You have amazing answers, great writing. You can write great text. You can just have so much benefit already. But for $20 a month, you will get much faster outputs. You will get much better response time. You will be able to access the right functionality with ChatGPT and ask for up-to-date information. You can create images. You can analyze images. You can access the amazing public GPTs in a GPT store where every day amazing new GPTs are coming out. You can build your own custom GPTs and make life for yourself so much easier. You can analyze data or write code with Code Interpreter, and it will be the first to have access to any new features that ChatGPT offers. And only with ChatGPT Plus do you have access to the GPT-4 language model, which is much better in terms of its versatility, its eloquence, and does not make stuff up, which sometimes happens to GPT 3.5. If you ask it about something, it doesn't really know. So I can only repeat myself that I really, really, really recommend you to get ChatGPT Plus. Because only then can it really make the most out of ChatGPT Plus, and you can use all of the information that I'm going to share with you in these videos, because I will be explaining to you all of these amazing features. All right, having said all that, thanks so much for being here. I'm excited to enjoy this course with you, and let's get started.